everyone. Welcome to our second postseason podcast. We are so excited to bring you the thoughts of our student athletes after the season has ended. I'm your host, Carissa, and we are here with
Catherine Streaker
and Charlotte Borley
to reflect on their season. Stay tuned, and we will keep you posted. Okay, first question. Give me a rundown on how you guys think your season went.
I think it went pretty well. We definitely played a lot of tough teams, especially before districts, and it kind of helped us prepare for districts. Our chemistry was really good, and we were able to just have a good relationship with each other. There was no drama, which is really nice to have, especially when you're playing a team sport. And although our season was a lot different this year compared to last year, we were still able to have fun with it.
Yeah, I think that we had a bunch of new people on the team, and we bonded really well. We all got along, and Coach Emily did not make that season easy. We played a lot of tough teams from Fairfax, and it definitely challenged us, especially going into winter break when we had the tournament. We were playing a bunch of tough teams, and so I think we adapted well, and we'll be back next year.
What do you guys think went into all of the really good bonding you guys had? Because having a large group of girls together doesn't always work, and you guys said there was no drama. How do you think that worked out for you guys?
I think it's very based off of how we've all been together. I've known Charlotte and I've known Sienna and Angela since I was a lot younger, even in middle school. And I think last year, knowing how we made it to states, we were not overconfident, but we were able to kind of guide the new players. We took in 5 new players this year, I think.
Yeah.
And we were able to bring them in and kind of just welcome them. There was no, this person, let's not welcome them in. We were kind of all bringing everybody together, which really helped.
We also had a lot of team bonding that we did. We did a lot of team dinners and just getting food after games and that type of stuff. Also, having younger coaches like Coach Emily and Coach Tori definitely helps because they're girls as well, and they definitely get us, and they're mentors to us, and they make practices fun while also keeping things serious. So I think we just all bonded well as teenage girls.
Yeah,
that's great. How do you guys think you guys played individually compared to how your guys' team did?
I think for me, I had a completely new season compared to how I was playing last year. I was the starting point guard my junior year from start to finish, and this year I played every position possible. I started as the point guard, then went to the center, then went to the shooting guard, went to pretty much every other position that you could play. And I think I did my best, playing in those positions, even though they were new to me, and I think I was able to adapt well and still get good passes and make shots that I wanted to take and take the shots that I normally take in a game.
I definitely think I had a complete 180 season because sophomore year I broke my ankle in the beginning of the season, and then I didn't play much, which was up to me because I was still coming back. And then this year I was adapting also to a new position because all my life I've been put as shooting guard, just shooting threes. That was my sole purpose. And then this year I worked on being a post, and I think I definitely stepped up to that role, especially when Sienna got injured. I was playing a lot more minutes and scoring, which led us to a couple more wins with facilitating in the center. So I think I definitely did a lot better, but we'll see how next year goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now, do you think the record was a reflection of how you guys fought this whole season?
I don't think our record shows how hard we fought. We had a lot of close games, and we finished out most of them, but one of our games, against Robinson, that was a game we should have won, and we still played well. It's just we didn't play as well as we thought we should. But I don't think our record shows, the amount of, hard work that we put in to reflect how well we played. We could have had a lot more wins than we had this year, and we could have gone a lot farther in the playoffs, so that's just not how it worked. But even in our last game, it came down to one shot, and it shouldn't have come down to one shot, but we were still able, and we didn't give up after we were down. In our Potomac Falls game here, we were down 4 going into the fourth quarter, and that didn't stop us. We were able to come back and win just based off of our energy.
Also, I think that the district was very weird this year. Like, nothing that anyone's ever really seen. It's kind of like college basketball where it's like anyone's day. Like, there were some teams like Briar would lose to Independence, but we blew out Independence by 20, and then we couldn't beat Briar. And it would always come down to like the last shot, and we just couldn't get it off against Briar. So I definitely think that it didn't reflect. I think it was just mental game or anyone's day. Like, I don't know. It was just a crazy district this year.
Okay, and follow-up question on that. How do you guys think that you could capitalize on the good parts of the season to transfer into the next season?
Sure, you got that.
Yeah, I could probably start this one off since I'm a junior and I have the next season coming up. I think I want to capitalize on being a leader and stepping up into my role since most of my friends on the team this year were seniors and they're leaving. So I definitely need to branch out and start making better, like, solidified friendships on this team so I can lead to hopefully go a little bit further in the playoffs than we wanted. So capitalizing on those good moments and learning from my older players on how to be a good leader, such as Catherine.
Yeah, I think from how I stepped up as leader, this is my second year in a row being a captain. But also, like, obviously, since I'm a senior, I won't be playing next year, but I can definitely give Charlotte tips. I can give our sophomores, our freshmen, anybody who's been on the team this year, like, ways to help the incoming freshmen or the new people that we bring up from JV, how to lead them and how to kind of bring them into the group and not just like keeping them out of the cycle.
Mm-hmm. And since you are a senior, what's the best memory you've had on girls basketball?
Ooh. Our states run was really, really fun last year. 2 times we ended up after our games, after we won the regional semifinals and after we unfortunately lost in the state quarters, our team ended up going to Sheets. We convinced our bus driver to drop us off, and they didn't ditch us, but we were able to like get snacks, get food, and then just bring it on the bus and just like eat it and kind of hang out as a team on the way back from a long bus ride. So I'd say that, or just honestly our team bondings and stuff, like team sleepovers, team dinners, just anything that we do outside of practice that helps us get closer.
Mm-hmm. I always love like Sheets or Chipotle trips after like a
so
tournament.
fun.
Yeah. What do you guys want people to know about girls basketball?
I can start.
Okay.
I think girls basketball is not projected upon as much as like men's basketball, and they are 2 different styles of game, just like how men's lacrosse is different from girls lacrosse or any other sport. But I think girls basketball is just as important as men's basketball, and it is starting to get broadcasted more, which is important because there's important leaders out there like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, those type of people, and they're bringing attention to the game, which I think is important. Because we can play just as much as men can play, so yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's still underrated. Like, it definitely doesn't get as much hype as it deserves. Even at like a high school level, like there are crazy athletes like here in other high schools as well that are like, there's a junior in a girls basketball team who had her 3,000th point. Like, and that's insane
Crazy.
for someone who isn't even like a senior or even in college. Like, that is like you can't match that level. I just think it needs more recognition. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Also, like piggybacking off of that question, like how do you think that we could bring girls sports more recognition at Stonebridge?
I think if more people like come to our games, especially if they're home games, like I know a lot of our fans, like a lot of them are parents and also like some teachers and other people and like some of our friends. But if we get like just people from our school to come out and just come to the games, it'll give us more energy because we feed off of the energy of the crowd and the energy of our bench. So when there's not enough energy, it brings us down. So like if people have a home game, if we have a home game and the boys are away, just come to the home game.
Yeah.
You're closer.
Right. Also, that's like going off that, like our coaches always tell us, like our assistant coach, Coach Casey, he always says like, oh, the gym's really dead today. Like the bench needs to be hype. Like, so we try to encourage that. And like, I think that we definitely feed off the energy and it's important to have more people at the games. this coming year.
Okay, so moral of the story: come to the girls' basketball games and
Yeah.
volleyball games.
Pull up.
And volleyball, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any other thoughts that you would like to share with your coaches, teammates, or fans to wrap up the season?
You go.
No, you got it.
Oh, okay. I'd say I'm very thankful that my coaches still believed in me, even at times when I didn't. Same with my teammates and my parents and people who supported me. Like when that buzzer went off,
I saw it, yeah.
I was so destroyed because like that was my last season playing basketball for a school like ever. And everybody was there like supporting me in the locker room and outside of locker room, and I was getting texts saying you had a great season, don't like beat yourself up. So definitely like the support system I had, I'll definitely be grateful for that. And for my coaches, like they're so easy to talk to. Like every coach I have been able to have a connection with, whether that's Coach Casey all the way back in 6th and 7th grade, to Coach Salad, who I just met this year. Like we were all able to get, like I was able to get close with all of them, which is really nice. And I'm hoping that I'll still be able to keep in touch with them when I'm in college.
Yeah, I definitely think the same thing. Like, I am very grateful for Coach Emily, especially just because, like, this year's been, like, a rough year for me in general. Like, I'm just going through a lot, and she was always there for me. And same with all my teammates, too, is, like, they knew everything about me. Like, I would literally say everything at practice, and, like, they just took it and listened and didn't go run and say stuff. Like, I'm just very grateful for that energy in this team, and it's not like any other team that we've ever had, and most girls on the team would say the same thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, we hope you guys enjoyed watching the Lady Bulldogs this year. Tune in next time as we check in with other athletes as their season comes to a close.